Aerotype 32. Interesting, okay. Welcome to my broadcast. Actually, whoa, that was a bit of vibration. Nice to have you here. Thanks for joining me. Seeing who's here. I guess they just updated Periscope, so it's a little different. Okay. Virginia, nice to have you join me. Thanks for coming in. George, thanks for coming in as well. Welcome to my daily love scope, solo today. If you haven't followed me before, I do a love and relationships. Sorry, I'll turn my computer the other way so you don't get the lens in there. Donna, how are you doing, my love? Good to see you. You missed my scope yesterday. Hope you can watch the replay. It was a lot of fun. That was episode 2 of the two doctors were in. That was Evie and myself. Mistress Xmas, Pat, nice to have you back. It was a good conversation. We had a good time. Yeah, definitely watch the replay. It's up and actually it's going to expire in about half an hour, so watch it on Catch, please. It was fun. It took a while to get started, but when we got going, it was really interesting and interactive and good stuff. Anyway, today is True Love Tuesday, and what hit me was, what is true love? So I'm going to get to that in a moment. But before I do, thanks for coming in. Thanks for joining me on my scope. This is my solo scope now. It's kind of weird now. When I work with Evie, we have such a great rapport. It's almost like I miss not doing it with her, which is strange. So I have to do more of these dual scopes. So, Val, I see you pop into my scope. This is my first one today. I actually did a Facebook Live scope earlier, and I kept calling it a scope even though it was Facebook Live as part of something else. However, it was fun, but now I'm back on Periscope, my favorite place to play. So thanks for joining me. Thanks for being here. Thank you for sharing this out with your followers on Periscope, on Facebook, and on Twitter. And I'll get to who I am and everything else in a moment. So first, I'll do that right now. For those who don't know me, my name is Barry Selby. I am a love and relationship expert, teacher, guide, and author. The #1 best-selling book is 50 Ways to Love Your Lover. It's out on Amazon, and it's also on my website. Hey, Joanne, nice to see my scope. And Donna has all my all my links pre-programmed in her phone, which is great. So this is my book. It's on Amazon. It's on Kindle. It's also on my site, as the link was there, which is barryselby.com/book. If you want to get an ebook version, you can get it downloaded immediately for $10. So I talk about love and relationships a lot. It's my passion, it's my work, it's my service. And today it hit me about this conversation about true love, because that's the theme for Tuesdays for me, is True Love Tuesdays. And so I'm going to talk about it, but also I'd love to have your interaction, your comments, your thoughts about the idea of true love. And every time I hear it, I keep thinking of Princess Bride going, "True love," from the minister at the wedding that was falsely... Anyway, you have to see the movie to get that part. But the thing about true love is, smart for a screenshot. Thank you, Joanne. For a screenshot. How nice. Same with screenshots for me, if it's so special. Love is what brings us together today. Yes, exactly. You remember the movie. Perfect. But see, the thing is, what came up in the conversation yesterday with Evie in our dual scope about love and relationships, about women and men as well, was that true love isn't just plain sailing. Let's put it that way. Yeah, true love. Exactly. So I love the fact you all know Princess Bride. It's great. One of my favorite movies of all time. The thing about true love, to explain that clearly, is that it's not what people think. And what I like to say about it is, true love does require work. There are people who I've known, and I do know people together 20 plus years who were love at first sight, got married straight away, and it's been a graceful journey the whole way through. That's, frankly, I believe that's either a fluke, or perhaps they're not even doing the work. And this is where I get a bit antsy about this stuff, because in my past history of relationships, I wasn't good at this stuff, and in fact, I didn't honestly do the work, which is why I had some pretty bad breakups. I've been totally vulnerable, honest, and real about this. I screwed up in the past quite a few times. I didn't do my work, and so I want to speak to you about owning your own space in relationship, but also to realize that when you have true love, it's worth fighting for, it's worth working for, it's worth having the effort to get what you want in relationships. Because when you're in a relationship with somebody, if it's just a monogamous relationship, because I have a few friends of mine who like polyamory, which is like crazy, when it's a monogamous relationship, there's 2 of you involved. And you and the other person, hey, Evie, there you are. It feels weird doing a scope without you now. I'm so attached to working with you. I don't know what we're going to say. But this whole thing about true love is, and we talked about it briefly yesterday in Evie and my scopes together, about how when you're in a relationship, there's work to be done. It's not just a cakewalk. You got to do stuff. So I'm good. Nice to have you here in my scope. Thanks for joining me. And we're bouncing back and forward. It's good to see you folks. Mistress Xmas saying hi to Evie, and we're saying hi to each other. It's all good. And so my point really about this, and it's really it's a simple point, and then we can elaborate as the conversation goes, is that relationship is something worth investing your energy, your time, and your heart into, and don't take it for granted. I've seen people have relationships where they got lazy about it. Love is lifelong allegiance to your spouse. Yes and no. I'm gonna counterpoint on that one. Kilua, is that your name? I'm just gonna catch the name there. Because it's not automatic allegiance. It's allegiance to the highest of both of you. So yes and no, that it is allegiance to your spouse, but not blindly. Because your spouse may not be doing their part to participate in the relationship. So it does require you both participating in working the relationship, being in the relationship, loving each other, and to get your own stuff out of the way. Because when you're in a relationship with people, and this is any relationship, not just a romantic relationship, there's going to be stuff that comes up between you that isn't your stuff, it's theirs. And vice versa, it's not their stuff, it's yours. And so you have a responsibility to work on your own stuff, whatever that stuff is, which can be judgments, assumptions, all that cruddy stuff. But see, the thing is, in a relationship, some people think that it's automatically gone because you're in love, and love will heal everything, and love is perfect. Yes, it is in some ways. For me, love is just an appearance. Well, that's not a way I would recommend highly about loving love. If they don't do their part, you'll have to be patient and fix them. Well, you don't fix them. They fix themselves with help. And as Evie put it, yeah, love brings shit up. Absolutely. And love is amazing. Yes, Jennifer. And I speak to the point of view that love is an amazing healing agent in the world, a powerful tool. But love isn't blind to issues, reactions, and upsets. In fact, love, being a great healing agent, tends to generate, as Evie put it, brings up your stuff. Actually, love it is good for the human. In fact, it's very good for the human. But love through opened eyes, not blind eyes. Love is when you care as much for another as you do for yourself. See, that's leverage. Because I have worked with my clients, a lot of work with my clients is self-love first, because we think we'll go out there for love and find it out there, and then we'll feel loved. So Band B, whoever you are, I'm not sure your names, or if you find the name, go with that. No, me, that's a good name. Sorry, and you've been married for 3 years and you have your troubles, but you work past it. Good, you do the work. That's exactly what I mean. Because true love isn't blind. It's easy to love surfacely and then go, yeah, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. And then suddenly 10 years later, you're wondering, what the hell are you doing? But when you love, true love to me, is you get both of you guys get in the trenches to work through your stuff, to love each other more. So that's why I'm speaking to that. Some of the people I'm watching in the comments are not really getting this point, which is fine. It's supposed to fall out of love. Actually, not so much to fall out of love, as much as love fades. Because for some people, love was infatuation. It was chemistry. It wasn't true love. True love is enduring if it is with somebody you feel you can grow with and evolve with. At least that's the way I believe it. If you're just getting comfortable, then it's going to wear thin, because it's not real love. It's just comfort, or it's chemistry, or it's infatuation. And that's not real love. That's not true love, the way I describe it. So it depends what you're looking for. Now, here's one I want to make sure you get the point about. Some of you may be just looking for that surface level love. You may be looking for someone to hang out with, or someone for great sex, or whatever that is. I'm talking about the love that lasts a lifetime and beyond. And for me, that's what I think true love is about. What's the difference between love and unconditional love? And can you unconditional love fade? Whoa, interesting question. And can you love someone you cheat on? We'll get to the cheating question later on. Let me get back to this first one first. Unconditional love is the love I would call spiritual love. Romantic love, and in Greek there are actually 4 different flavors. There's eros, which is romantic love, and agape, which is unconditional love, as well as philos, which is brotherly love, and then there's the other one, which is, escapes me, there's 4 of them. I know there are 4. It's eros, something like, it's another one, I forget what it is. So romantic love, eros, thank you Donna, is the love of, almost like the love of the loins. You know, you've been married and in love for 25 years. That is commendable, and I almost want to say should deserve applause for that. That's not easy. I have a challenging model to live up to. Exactly, erotic eros, yes. And my parents were together 60 years. So my mother passed away 3 years ago. That was a challenging thing to live up to. Like, how do I match that? So it was something that was more common in the older generations. It's definitely not so much nowadays. You know, a lot of my friends and their parents around. You know, I got someone posted recently on Facebook. Parents together 75 years, which is incredible. Okay, so back to your question, Jennifer. Yes. So can you romantically love someone and unconditionally love someone at the same time? It's possible. You can love their spirit unconditionally and love their humanness differently from that. Because the human stuff isn't unconditional. It's like you can love someone unconditionally if you don't live with them. It's very hard to love somebody unconditionally when you're living with them, just to be blunt about it, you know. But you can love someone's spirit, absolutely, because who they are spirit-wise, as in their essence, is beyond the physical. Oh, Mistress Escman, nice. Your parents just celebrated 70th anniversary. Awesomeness. That's awesome. So, Ethan, you said you can't trust in the love. I'm afraid of that. Well, that's the thing. Okay, so back to your question, Jennifer. Yes, thanks for reminding me. Can unconditional love fade? You can become unaware of it. I don't think it fades necessarily, because when you're loving something unconditionally, again, we are human. So you may feel that your attention wanders, that your attention will dissipate from what you're focusing on, because it takes devotion. I would say unconditional love is something more devotional based. Hey, Gary, polyamorous people suggest they can love several unconditionally. And now, I'm not in that arena, so I'm just speaking from perspective. I disagree. Because if you love unconditionally, see, how do I put words on this? Unconditional love, as far as I'm aware of, is loving something that is permanent, that is, what's I'm looking for? I'm trying to think of the right words. It's like, I'm trying to get asked this question. It's like coming out the way I want to say it. I believe people who are in polyamorous relationships love people for their style. They're like, but I understand what you mean by that condition. But see, I don't think polyamorous relationships are based on that. Melissa, true love, one must be vulnerable and have trust. Yes, agreed. But I'm going to get back to this polyamorous question again, because I've had a conversation about this before. I believe, again, I'm a monogamous focused teacher and focused in area of what I believe and perceive and enjoy. I believe that when you're looking at monogamous relationships, you can go much deeper with one person because of time elapsed than you can with 12 people. So if you're in a polyamorous relationship with 3, 4, 5, 7 people, you can't go as deep with all of them as you can with one person because of the time commitment. It's a time thing. It's just logical. Sorry, I missed the one about religion. You can put that one up again. I missed that comment. I was too busy trying to answer the other question. So let me rewind a bit. You're very monogamous. Well, that many years, that's a pretty committed. That's committed. And I would suggest you're still discovering stuff about each other. You can go deeply with each person individually, yes, but I'm talking about how deep you can go. If you're one person for 10 years, you can go much deeper with them if you choose than you can with 7 people over 10 years. Because the amount of time and energy you can focus. It's just, 7 times the number of people is more work. It doesn't fit in 10 years, I'm just being really logical about this, not like spiritual or teaching about it. I'm just saying, logically speaking, it would make sense that you can only go so far with 7 people than you can with 1 in the same time frame. It's a mathematical thing. The love is a problem when you love someone of another religion. Well, yes, it depends. That depends. Yes, just on a simple math. Jeff, love can transcend religion. It can transcend differences. It can transcend many things. So it's really up to the two of you. If that's something that is in the way for you, that you don't want to cross over, or they don't want to cross over, that's not easy to do. But if you both decide that the love that you have for each other transcends your religious backgrounds, for example, there's been so many people write about relationships between people of different faiths, like Jews and Palestinians, that have this joy that transcends their history and their faith. So, do you feel you can love 2 people at once, regardless of relationship status? Jennifer, you bring out some good questions. You can love 2 people. Yeah, you can love 5 people. And romantically, that's a different choice. Again, that becomes polyamory versus romantic relationship, seen individually. So, that's not an easy question. That's a conditional answer to a conditional question. So if that helps you. So thank you for bringing this question. Any more? Because this is going better than you're giving me questions I hadn't expected, which is good. It's keeping me focused. So thank you for that. Baseball New York. Hey, how are you? Just trying to see who people's names are because I hate using the handles. AJ, nice to have you in my scope. Thank you. Well, Jennifer, you've been piling on the questions, so I really appreciate that. So thank you. For asking the questions. I'm doing pretty well. I'm doing well, thanks. Actually, yes. Actually, going to be going out shortly to a fashion. A friend of mine wants me to go to an eco-fashion show to network with the women there. Apparently, oh dear. So I'm going to do that tonight, and then I've got another one tomorrow night with another friend of mine who's actually doing the fashion show. So I've got a couple of fun things to do tonight, which is cool, and tomorrow night. So time for the heart bombs. Thank you, Donna. So yeah, I just want to get the scope in because I didn't do a scope earlier. Normally we do, just a sidetrack by the way, normally every day we do a Periscope share-a-thon and pass the cast every day, and I'm in most of them, but the one today we did on Facebook Live, wasn't happy with that. It wasn't fun. I used Facebook Live briefly, and this was a full-on, like, you know, doing a pass the microphone to different people doing Facebook Live. Wasn't very fun, personally. I'm biased. This is my home, Periscope. I love Periscope and the community here. So, okay, Jennifer, another question. Do you find there is a difference between unconditional love between friends versus sexual partners? Yes, absolutely there is. Because sex is a way of connecting. You can be, it's difficult to unconditionally love somebody when you're having sex with them. I mean, I'm trying to think, has anybody out there had that experience where they can be unconditionally loving and have sex with somebody and it doesn't conflict? I doubt it. We're smart on Periscope. Thank you. Sorry, Mistress Christmas. I don't have your first name, so I just call you Mistress Christmas. It's fine. It's true. You know, see, sexual relationship is a eros-based relationship, as was said earlier, like erotica, as opposed. Megan, thank you. I'm trying to stick on my head so I remember it and see again. Thank you, Megan. But Jennifer's question: unconditionally loving someone is one thing. Sexual relationship with somebody is something separate. If you can do both, you may have set a new Guinness record. I don't think it's possible. Because when you're in a sexual relationship with somebody, ideally you're invested in it to make it more fun, more joyful, more fulfilling. That's not unconditional. That's very conditional. You want the best. You want to have something happen. You have a direction of focus in that relationship. Not necessarily mutually exclusive, but often so. Yeah, well, yeah, I would say, okay, I agree with that, yeah. I would argue that most married couples don't even have both. Unfortunately, I think you to a large degree, you're right. There are a lot of couples out there who do have at least a connected, committed sexual relationship, but so many have lost touch with that. So you've loved so much, both romantically and non-romantically. How do you find value in loving more people? Or do you find value in loving more people? Well, see, I have a very large community, my spiritual community, that I love a lot of people there. I mean, I love as I know them. I can love unconditionally everyone on the planet, but it's not functional for a relationship. It's just a way of being in relationship to the world in general. So you can be in unconditional loving with the world, blessing everybody, including Trump, including Bernie, all those people. You can love them all unconditionally, but I'm not going to be in a relationship with any of them. So a romantic relationship is not the same as unconditional love, you know? Well, okay, so Jennifer, you're talking about having compassion for people. That's different. You say so many people need love. Yes, a lot of people do need love. They're walking around in their little bubbles, their own shells, which is limitation, unfortunately. And I think where you're going with this is that the desire to share love and to have compassion for more people is a calling we all could do more with. So I agree with you with that. That to me is largely why I wish more people did, would go out and do public service in the world. Whether it's feeding the homeless, or helping animals in shelters, or whatever those things are. Because that's an ability to love beyond your boundaries. But this conversation, and residents phrase it that way, is about romantic true love, not just true love in the loving sense. And I think maybe you're taking the title the way you want to, which is totally fine. I just realized I didn't specify in the title clear enough. I was sticking to the area of romance and love, romantic relationship. So to answer your question, Jennifer, I think I got the answer to your question, which is yes, everyone deserves love. You can be passionate with many people. Now, how do you mean that? Megan. So, why do you believe love is such an overused word? Oh boy, so many reasons. I talked a bit about codependence in my conversations and in my book and in my work about the codependent paradigm, which love songs for the last 60 years and 70 years have been propagating love as a codependent model forever. You know, because if I love you, I can't live without you. So if you walk away, I'm dead. You know, you make me feel complete. Was I incomplete before? This loving, the love in the area of romantic relationship has been portrayed as a limiting factor. And I personally have a big issue with that. Because it's just one thing to talk about. So that's why I talk about true love. True love is something that, can she honestly love me if she cheated on me? That, unfortunately, I can't give you an answer to this. There's no yes or no answer with that one, because I don't have enough information. So maybe she can, but maybe she can't. I don't know. That's something you have to work out with her, with the therapist. Sorry, I can't give you an immediate, one-shot answer that gives you the answer to all your questions. So anyway, Do you feel like media, including Shakespeare and popular media, has skewed romantic love? Well, I would say, Jennifer, sorry, I guess Megan's answering his question. Doing media's yes and no. I mean, we've taken, we were talking yesterday when Evie and I were doing our scope together yesterday about how technology has changed everything too. It's gotten so casual and so laissez-faire. There's been such a, no, oxytocin is not love. Oxytocin is a chemical that makes you feel bonded. It's not love. So, to answer that question, it's not love. Just to be clear, it's not love. just making that clear. The technology has changed everything. The landscape has changed so that we have, what was I saying? Endorphins not love. Exactly, no. They're enjoyable, they're highs, they make you feel good, but it's not love. But people do get confused thinking that love is chemistry. So in that sense, some people think that love is endorphins and oxytocin and everything else. It's not. That's chemistry. And, you know, better living through chemistry, you can definitely have fun with that. But love is beyond that. Love is more powerful than that. Love is more powerful than that. So, thank you. I appreciate having my scope. I mean, it was nice having you in there yesterday. You and your wife bounced back and forth to you and me, Evie's scope. That was cracking me up. You feel that Shakespeare has set a bar on what love is supposed to be, however, what we feel can be different. Well, yeah, I mean, Shakespeare was a romantic author in some ways. I mean, you read Chaucer. If you read Chaucer, it was all about sex and what's I'm looking for? Very base element stuff. So, you know, use Shakespeare as an example, how many people are skewed or love. Well, Jennifer, I would recommend you sit with what you feel love is about for yourself and see if you can attract that, you know? Definitely something that I feel we need to do more of is to share loving, as you mentioned, and especially for those that we have compassion for. Now, I know we're talking about romantic relationship as a primary focus, but you brought the topic up earlier. I think personally, the more of us that go out and serve and make a difference, nice bikes. Yeah, those pictures, it's a furnished place I got. This is not my choice of art, but it's cute. I'm saying my bike's downstairs. Changing topic slightly, Megan, thank you. We could all benefit by giving some of our heart time away to other people. Again, helping the homeless, that's okay, it's cracking me up. You know, true love is right in the chat. Oh, thank you, DJ, it's nice. But love is something, oh, that's sweet. So DJ loves us all. See, he's sharing love with everybody. I think it's a he. It's a he. I presume DJ Neuro Trip. Dante is a guy. But here's the point. True love is something you can have if you're willing to do the work. Apparently, Mistress Christmas, Megan, maybe you did. That's okay. I had pictures taken down because I was doing a Skype interview earlier and I wanted a white wall behind it with just the pinholes for the nails there. But I put the picture back up and forgot I had to do another scope. So, c'est la vie. I think I pretty much summarized what I want to talk about. Oh, do you feel like you can have true love within a concept or object? Odd question, I know. Yes, Jennifer, you come up with some interesting questions. I believe true love is something that you express with somebody else who gives true love to you. So the answer to your question would be no in that context. But that's my perspective. Again, you have to decide for yourself. I remember a friend of mine many years ago who believed that she had true love with trees. It was kinky, and she was attached to that, but it wasn't what I can understand. So I'm just going to say, I believe that, no, you have to have, for me, true love is with somebody else, another human being. Because pets can love you unconditionally. It's a different sort of loving. Again, I'm bringing the conversation back to Eros, romantic focused love, about loving that way. Unconditional love is separate from that. So, yeah, for all you want to finance, well, you can pick your brain for love and hours. Well, great, thank you, Jennifer, I appreciate that. By the way, I want to you just triggered my thought about a quick self-promo. I am offering free chats, those are private. Your favorite topic of conversation, nice. So that's pretty cool, Jennifer, I appreciate that. And Jim's curious, you don't say where you are. So, Forest Dweller, you don't say where you are, okay. So I think you're local. Do I think humans can love unconditionally? Yes, absolutely. New Hampshire, yeah, you're the other side of the country. I'm in Los Angeles. Humans can love unconditionally. That's what I said earlier in the scope, by the way, is that we can do that. But in terms of romantic relationships, that's not as easy to do. We can love the planet unconditionally. We can love other people as a population unconditionally. But to love one person in a romantic relationship unconditionally, those are almost at odds with each other, personally. So that's my thought on that one. Quick self-promotional thing. For those people who are looking for love in all the wrong places, who want to get more support in the area of love and relationships, this is my link to my discovery session. It's a free 30-minute. I'm going to rebrand it, rename it something else, and it's called a consult, but I hate that word because it's not what relationships are about. This is a definitive. Thank you, Donna. I knew you were in there somewhere with that. For a discovery session, if you want to just sit and talk and have a conversation that will help you get more focus, more direction, and if you want to go for deeper support with me, that's what I offer. So, do I believe romantic love has to be mutual, or can one side love another more? Basically, I think if you want a healthy relationship, you want to have it be on both sides. If it's not mutual, that can be stalking, in an extreme sense. It can also be unsatiated, because you're not getting responded from the other side. So for me, a relationship that is being loved from both sides, both partners need to be in love. Now, if one's doing more than the other one, you've got to work that out, because I've seen it happen many times. I did it in my past too, not having an equal place to love with each other, because one loved more than the other one was feeling detached or distracted or upset or sad or whatever it was. So for me, romantic love is something you both bring to the party. And true love is the inspiration, upliftment of both you being raised up by each other. My work in my clients is really to raise the bar in love, in authenticity, and in being fully fulfilled as you are. A large part of the work I do with my clients is help them to love themselves so they don't keep looking out there for it. So when they attract the right relationship, it's not 50-50. No base of the puzzle, by the way. Relationships aren't 50-50. They're 100-100, because when you go into a relationship, you don't leave half yourself out. You shouldn't do it anyway. Do you think an unbiased party can help fix the romance, therapy, or otherwise it can hurt romance? If both partners want to talk to the person, talk to the outside party, the coach, the counselor, then it works. I had a couple come to me who were going through major challenges after they got engaged. They were about to break up. They've been married now for 3 years, comfortably. They've been worked out because we worked things out for them, because there were some things in the way they couldn't see that I could see from the outside. So for couples, yes, that can help. But if only one of them wants to go to a therapist or a counselor and the other one doesn't, that's a recipe for disaster, or for being single. So yeah, that's kind of what I would say is the answer to that question. So I think that's about it. I mean, Jennifer's asking lots of questions, but anyone else is just watching. So thanks for all being here. I do appreciate that. Yes, communication is key to any relationship. In fact, I used to say the 3 things that you need for a relationship, besides the usual stuff, is trust, honesty, and communication. You got those 3 going for yourself, it's an easier way to have a healthy relationship. And that's where true love can really work, when you're being honest with each other and you trust each other and you communicate. Absolutely, Megan. Absolutely, Megan. Yeah. Well, thank you, Jennifer. Appreciate you being here. Was it your first time in my scope? I'm not sure if it was, but by the way, if you were in my scope for the first time today and you want to keep tabs on my scopes, make sure you're following me on Periscope, please. No, I'm glad you're here. I appreciate bringing those questions, Jennifer. I mean, most people come in the first time, they hang out on the periphery. You were in it, like rolled your sleeves up and said, let's go talk, which I thought was great. Thank you, Jennifer. I appreciate it. And all my scopes are on Catch, by the way, so if you missed any of my previous scopes, which you may have done since your first time here, please go watch my archives. I've got tons of good content out there on catch.me/barryselby. I'm going to beat Donna. There it is, catch.me/barryselby. So, previous stuff. Yeah, no, thank you, Megan. I'm glad you were here. My pleasure, ladies and gents. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. Thank you, Donna, as always. And thanks for everyone who came in the scope today. I saw some folks I didn't see before, which is nice. So thanks for being here. I do have to go get changed because I've got to get out the door in about half an hour. So thank you for being in my scope. And thanks for participating and throwing up some good questions. It really made it fun. So, by the way, so another plug, not for me, but for my guys. The Perry Dudes, I'm part of the Perry Dudes group. And 7:45 p.m. tonight, I just saw the notifications go by. The Perry Dudes are doing their Pass the Cast. I won't be able to do it tonight, and I'm probably going to do it Thursday either. I'm booked at 2 events. There it is. Thank you, Donna. For any men who want to talk about deep stuff and work on their own stuff, Perry Dudes is a great group to join. And ladies, come watch us. We talk about good stuff that you can value as well. I haven't seen the topic today because it went too fast on my screen. But if you want to find out more about the men, go to watch Perry Dudes tonight. Pass the Cast starts at 7:45 p.m. Pacific time. I don't know who's starting up actually, so that won't help you. But if you're watching some of the girls, they'll have the information. So let me just check in here. Sorry, I'm just trying to read. Yeah, perrydudes.com. I'm just checking. Oh, it's on Twitter. I can't find it without going off my phone. Oh well. Forget I just said that. Wasn't relevant to the scope. See you, Megan. Thanks for watching. Thank you, Donna. Thank you, everybody watching the scope. I appreciate it. I'm going to sign off now, and I'm going to go do some other stuff. So have a wonderful evening. Take care of yourselves, and always as a reminder, love yourself more today than you did yesterday. It makes your life a whole lot better. Take care. Bye.